No, sir. Imagine me there, so I swear to God, so the summer unmute. Hello, graduates. But there, so I chat to myself, people. Good evening, good evening. Big up yourself. Norma, good evening. Good to see you. How you feeling, sis? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Listen, on a door, and don't hesitate to like up the live as an enter. Big up yourself, Joycey, Sunshine, Steph B. Let me text my other moderator, make her know some live because I am a little bit late. I must apologize. But listen, I've had a really busy day. And una do because say, oh no, me not do me here. No, sir. Oh no, me not do me here because listen, I have so much to do this week and I had a lot of preparation to get done. Some say, something, me I park it till in the week. Yeah, me take my time and do what me I do. So I still haven't done that. Hi, Stacy. Big up yourself, Professor Gorgeous. Hold on, let me show my face a little bit. I healing up. Can you guys see me? There I am. Camera coming into focus. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Let me fix my ring light. There we are. Yes. How is everybody doing? Happy Sunday. It's good to see you all. So yes, welcome once again to another class with Head Teacher K. We are going to be looking at a controversial subject, right? Now, it has been the discussion for the past, couple of weeks, really, about the fact that there are some charities who are not doing things the right way. Unregistered charities need to get registered. Everybody's up in their feelings. Some are running with things on the basis of one particular small charity, and it's causing a whole upheaval. I'm not going to give that much attention. Lady Cheekbone, I'm not even going to answer you or looking at your direction because I genuinely think that you just love attention. And you just come out to just say stuff for the point of saying stuff. Honestly, you need to go to some kind of counseling class about letting go. Because you really are obsessive. And that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. With regards to your comments, they're neither here nor there. All of it is, once again, under-researched, irrelevant, imbalanced, and just full of garbage. So I really couldn't care less about that. So I'm not going to revisit that particular topic, nor am I going to look into this whole thing about the lady in Portland and whether or not the money is hers, not hers. Listen, all of it's already a mess and it's not worthy of my time. Okay. So yeah, not going to go there either. Leave other people to run around that. So we have to ask a critical question though. Because, of course, there are charities, and some charities are definitely not operating in the way that it's supposed to be transparent. And it's causing a lot of doubt in terms of donors and whether or not they actually wish to support anybody from the diaspora who is struggling to make ends meet financially. As people who are in the diaspora, we have to start to really think about where we decide to ethically give our money. Does it make sense that every pity story we hear, we run to the rescue? Things are getting more and more difficult in a big foreign. And I am certain that we are all feeling the pinch in terms of the cost of living crisis. It's a real thing for all of us, but especially those of us who have to operate more or less within the constraints of the laws that are in first world countries. Even if people are hustled on the side, we still have some ridiculous amount of taxes to pay that Jamaicans don't even have to think about. Imagine having to pay to even watch your television, TV tax here in the UK. But at the end of the day, given the fact that cost of living is constantly going up and the cost of things as basic as food has doubled since COVID, we have to now really start to take financial responsibility and to think smartly in terms of where we place our extra money, be it in terms of investing or in terms of charity. Some of the recipients that are coming to these platforms seeking help are less than honest. And while we have to look at, yes, charities as one of the major conduits of remittances and monies going from countries in the first world to diaspora nations, we also have to look at the cases that are being presented to charities and to also question the integrity of those stories that are brought to us, to decide whether or not we're actually enabling a really kind of normalized mentality of begging. It is one thing to beg out of crisis. It is another thing to beg in order to live above your means. And a lot of the cases that are brought to charities are not necessarily about begging due to crisis. Many of them are deceitful stories that are brought to your attention for the purpose of begging due to living above their means. They want to finance a lavish lifestyle out of the pockets of those who they think are better off because they are living in first world countries. It is a case of enabling scamming to take place from a different perspective, okay? Let me just make sure that I'm not missing anyone before I go into sharing with you a story that more or less broke the internet last night. Okay, hold on. Right, so let's make sure that I'm not missing anyone. Big up yourself, Andreen Ferguson, Valerie, big up yourself, Kay Manners, big up yourself, my namesake. And let's see, Arlene Millwood, I've already hailed up Stacy. Yes, I am late. I am so sorry about that. I had a few things to get on with. You don't know, purse first and family first before social media. Janet Galloway, big up yourself. Happy Sunday to you too. Janet Newbold, good evening. Kerry Cooks, big up yourself. And welcome back to HTK Speaks. This is Diaspora Dynamics. People, last night, I couldn't sleep. I was up until ridiculous hours. I'm sure you could tell for those of you on my Facebook that I was posting at some stupid o'clock times. But I headed over to TikTok and I ended up coming across a particular live that threw me, because at first I was looking at this live and going, is this a man or a woman? First of all, no surprise, Pinkwall posted a bit of it, but I have got a lengthy amount of that live. And I really wanted to share it with you this evening. It took some time to get it together, and I'm going to be honest, I have edited it as much as I possibly can because this person's mouth is less than wholesome. But let's take it in. Now, this particular recipient has turned up at 33 times 3 more than once, and has won the hearts of many Jamaican people in terms of, popular culture. He's a known face. He's a known name, and most people tend to be quite sympathetic to his circumstance and are willing to, empty their pockets to support him should he encounter any difficulties. This character also turned up at CVM to share a heartrending story about how he was more or less physically attacked as a result of his orientation. And that led to, several people trying to come to his aid. And this was not the first time people have rallied around this character in order to come to his assistance. So the character that we are going to be exploring as a recipient is Derek Morgan. Now, many call him Uncle. And as I said, he is adored by many as well. I listened to this live with an open mind. And I did find some of the things quite disturbing, what I heard. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to share my screen. You know the drill. You're going to give me thumbs up. Hold on a minute. 97 of you so far in class, 37 likes. I ain't going to click until I see the likes going up, people. Please like up the live. Over here, I don't ask for anything else other than for you to like up the live. This is not a situation where you have to be giving me any super chats, or do I pin a Zelle or anything like that. So the least you guys can do before we go down in nights is for like up the live, please and thanks, right? Now, once again, be very careful about the names that you place in the chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate the likes going up. Good evening, Charmaine Gooden, Janice, big up yourself. Blessings to you too, Patricia, right? Okay, so I'm going to share this with you guys. Give me a second. Let me just make this full screen, then do my sharing. And once you can see the shared screen, guys, I would like you to just give me a thumbs up, because I don't want to press play and you are not hearing everything. So, thank you, Stacey. Exactly. And the first thing them should do, yes, is like say, boy, I don't know why people are stingy with them finger. Them not to be like that, man. Come on now. 123 of you here. Come on, like up the live, guys. Bounce up the algorithms, please and thanks. And once again, once you're seeing my shared screen, can you just give me a thumbs up in the chat to let me know you can see what I am seeing on the screen? Thank you very much, Rich. Lovely. Okay. We're going to start without further ado. Tell me whether or not you are not hearing. Otherwise, I'll assume that you can hear the audio.
Want Derek out there at Gutters.
Pull this forward.
That brother doesn't want Derek out there at Gutters. That brother do not want Derek around them at Gutters, because that brother has 3 little sons out there. 3 little sons. They caught Derek Morgan feeling up.
I have to mute that bit.
Already.
Wanna hear that? Now, I deliberately muted that because you know that flipping YouTube, it's very odd and very funny. So he started off by giving a background on the fact that Derek Morgan's brother does not want him at their household. And he made reference to the fact that he did some unscrupulous things to his nephews. So I'm going to just pull that up again so that you can hear it. So if you hear a mute, it's because he's saying stuff that really I can't allow to be played on the channel.
3 little sons. They caught Derek Morgan feeling up there already. They catch Derek Morgan out there already, feeling on one of the, which that little boy is supposed to be his nephew. They don't want him out there.
Mighty God of Daniel.
That's why he cannot go nowhere. He removed from there now because they don't want him there. In St. Mary, we heard from, I don't know if it's his sister, but we heard from persons last night on the live. We heard from persons on the live last night who said that they are Derek's family. Derek mother. Derek mother. Derek mother is in the hospital as we speak. As we speak, Derek Morgan's mother is in the hospital.
Stacey, baby yourself. Yes, my love. Auntie she is very hot. Just try know a green blouse and green lipstick and hoops are do it. So let us pay attention in class. No distractions.
She was in the hospital because she has diabetes, high blood pressure, and she got a stroke. She got a stroke. And now she's been transferred from another bay. So the big front, the old man, yeah, when I follow my page. When it comes on to Andrew, I don't want Andrew.
So Andrew is Derek's partner, his partner.
If I wanted Andrew, Derek couldn't have talked to Andrew, number one. So it makes down, I don't want that person. So Derek mixed me up with people. And I was the only person who had Derek back on the internet. I was the only person who was there for Derek. And Derek, with an evil witchcraft, turn and stab me in my back. Stab me in my back, dirty Derek.
How many times have we heard this repeated, people? I know the first time we hear it, is not the first time we're hearing this about this recipient. Remember, this is a charity case. This is somebody who often approaches public platforms to solicit funds, right? Now, everybody is going on about the fact that charities need to be monitored. Everything needs to have checks and balances. But what they're not realizing is that there is a whole other realm of fraudulent activities taking place via cybersecurity. And it really does need investigating. How many times have we heard that he switches after getting what he wants?
You don't see Blinger, don't come look for Derek when Blinger come. Because Blinger, Derek got to Obia man for work Obia upon Miss Blinger. Derek went to Obia man to work Obia on Destiny. Derek went to Obia man to work Obia on Body Good. I don't give a darn about no video. The more next video about me, the more people know about. He wants to be seen. He went onto the Obia man. He went to the Obia man.
Apologies, Don. I was about to text you. I may get distracted. I'm so sorry. I was going to text you. Big up yourself. Know your English grammar. Yes, indeed. Eileen should come right out, my love. Right out.
And worked Obia on Destiny. He went to the Obia man and worked up. You know, see Miss Blinger have to run to RT boss. Put one and two together, my man.
Backside. Hey, now listen. Anybody who on TikTok supposed to know, say Miss Blinger, RT boss used to often be on lives together, etc., etc. I used to wonder how in God's name that union took place. Why it is that he's there. But it looked like Miss Blinger, she caught up, because she believed in them something there. And I use RT boss for ward off all kind of demons coming her way, because when she cross people on TikTok, it looked like them a come fair, including the one Uncle him, right? So apparently Uncle is a Obia worker. Make we go and listen.
Because RT boss was the one who had to help Miss Blinger. All of the witchcraft spirit, but glad that Derek can't work no over upon me. Derek can't climb my picture when no over man come is stronger than Derek and stronger than Derek over man them. Yes, Destiny was sick. Destiny was sick the other day. Derek can't work over upon me, thanks be to God. We curse and can paralyze every false demonic spirit. From the look on Derek, you see witchcraft. When he goes live today, look on Derek good. Look on Derek good. From the look on Derek, you see witchcraft. Because the wickedness, the evilness, the witchcraft spirit is all over on him. You ever hear when I'm talking? That's a demon. That's a demon. That's a demon talking out of him. He can't, Sir Derek. That's a demonic spirit.
No,
but I mean, sometimes I'm constantly feel like your heart wall, your heart a drop, your heart a hurt, your chest a hurt, your chest a hurt, your chest have a right to hurt because the demon then pack up in night and stab you. We rebuke you, Derek Morgan. We rebuke you. We rebuke you in the name of Jesus. The demonic spirit in him are bound up in
people. Belief cures and belief kills. You hear?
It's a strangle him. The spirit them so strongly make him drop down one day upon a life they're gonna see. You all the demon them are ride him. I lower my standard to talk to Derek. My man, I took my man downtown to the waterfront and my man tell me not to talk to Derek. Derek, my man, tell me not to talk to you. I cuss off my man because of you, dirty, nasty bitch. I cuss off my man because of Derek. I drive on the car, left Derek. This person who typed Orville in the chat, block them.
Orville is his birth name, okay? But he goes by the name Tatiana. That is the name that he goes by, okay? I should say she because that's his preferred, her preferred pronoun. Lord Jesus, we can't get used to them gender sitting here, you know, but her preferred pronoun is she, right? And her name is Tatiana.
And the boy, this is sometime when we see people with a true heart for that love, true heart for that love, we say we're gonna love people just who they are. I love Derek for who he was. I love Derek for who he was.
Hey, Kaden.
And even when the boy tell me not to talk to Derek, I still talk to Derek. I drove away, leave the boy. Because I was upset because of what he was saying about Derek Morgan. When persons are on the internet, when persons are anywhere, I'm at a family that me had already one boy called me. And I said, Tatiana, oh yeah, I did up with Derek. And yeah, and I checked, Mr. Come off my phone. You know tired of you me know me I did up with Derek. Derek, my friend. I said, come off of this, I'm gonna run the boy off of my phone. The same man look at me and I tell me, say, Derek, if you want class, Derek can't class me. Derek for class his mother with a KPH right now on her deathbed. His mother is a
Rich, let me tell you something. You know, say somebody they come on them live and say that, you know, and they get rinsed, you know, so just try leave auntie alone, yeah?
KPH right now on his deathbed. The brother come yesterday and inform us that all the money Derek gets from Jada Kingdom, all the money Derek getting from people, Derek hasn't given his mother $1. Derek has not given his mother $1 out of the money. The brother called in yesterday. The brother was devastated. And I saw Gemini man say, who said that? The lady just come and say she gave Derek a car. She went down to Portland. Where she go with the man? She go with Derek? Then at Port Antonio. Down at Portland, she go with Derek. And Derek, image of her stop with Derek because shit and piss.
Lord Jesus. I had to bleep this part out, guys. It was graphic, okay? This part was graphic.
When Derek attack, you can smell how Derek mouth stink. He might go one herbal place down a town, at the herbal store downtown, to drink up all the herbal sitting them, and I take all the herbal pill and herbal tablets them. That cannot help HIV. Witchcraft spirit, but telling you, making me stay like that. The obia.
Do you know, I really find it so irritating whenever it is that Jamaican people fall out with each other. Why is it that we have to go on public platforms and out people's illnesses? I really don't like it. It's so low. I mean, cuss the man, tell him about him parts or whatever. But health information is a very private matter. And I don't see why he needed to put that part into it. The part that I bleeped out, guys, was really about him, you know, and his status. And I thought that was a bit too much. But anyway.
My work, make him stay like that. Oh, yeah, when Derek Morgan at work, make Derek stay like that. Me tell you no, Gemini persons are not like that. I thought Derek, this person was a come off Uncle Black. I thought about say me can't come downtown. When he come downtown, how much he might beat me up and beat me? Morgan, I will come downtown and go to the station and report you. That's a threat. That's a threat. I will go to the police station and get you arrested right away. I wonder if you know that. And it's on record because somebody sent me the clip of the live. Someone sent me the clip of the live. I have the clip. I can go downtown, Derek Morgan, and guess what? I'm going to go to Manchester with the inspector man there and make a report and make him deal with it. Because he will deal with it quickly, Derek. He will deal with it very quickly. I think so. You are not a big pussy Andrew can or nobody can touch. I will get Andrew arrested immediately too. Put you behind bars. That's a threat. That's a threat. And if you think Andrew can come and touch me,
I know.
I will put him behind bars to rot. Don't I only play with the law? And I go with law and order. I mean, no, my glasses when I leave the work, I know the policeman them. And if the policeman, when I leave now work with me, go to Manchester, we're there with the policeman. Where used to there with me. I make him deal with it.
On hearing that? The policeman them. So policeman, the people I want to think say in the police force are there with these people and they are making things favorable for them. So your orientation gives you favorability. No, that is a height of corruption in itself.
Okay, somebody say, I know the police, you see the head of the investigation, the police woman, where you go tell the lie on Virgo. And tell the lie on Virgo, but Virgo beat you up on road and we're gonna see them, gonna tell lie.
Listen carefully now, guys. This is where the scamming is going to become clear. Listen carefully to what he is about to say. He brought this very same story over to Planka Shop, you know, remember that, you know. He brought the very same story where he got you guys to take his number and a whole bunch of you know, because I love for dash out on a purse, you know. I love for throw out on a purse to these people as them turn up a 99 address. And that's how uno start say, oh, poor thing, poor soul. Give me him number there. Him need a new life. Go on, listen.
Because you told me it was a lie. You told me no one beat you up.
Hear that?
It was a lie. Derek Morgan took a photo of a homeless man downtown. A homeless man downtown. A homeless man downtown where his foot was rotting off. His foot was rotting off. And Derek took a photo of it and say that his foot was rotting off to scam all of you.
Hey!
Derek Morgan took a photo of the man downtown.
Well, John, now you are hearing that his mother is not dead at all. That his mother is in hospital in St. Mary here. So that story is a lie. Now you are hearing that the story that he presented where he's talking about him getting beat up and in foot and all kind of things, him take a picture of a homeless man's sore foot and say a female one.
The downtown, all with his feet rotting off. Oh my God, how evil and wicked Derek is. A big scammer. Mocha, 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 mocha. 99 Mountain View, Auntie Donna. 99 Mountain View, Auntie Donna.
Murder!
99 Mountain View, Auntie Donna.
Murder!
I need a drive. I need a drive to go up to Mountain View. I need a drive to go up to Mountain View, 99 Mountain View, to see Auntie Donna. I need to go and sit and speak with Auntie Donna.
Child of the King, as credible as Derek Morgan actually is. So think about it this way. If you are going to believe one, you might as well believe all.
I need. You say, yes, sir, an idiot. Guess what? Him only know how to come to do the scamming. He will go in bed and wake up and say, you know what? I'm going to tell them, so I'm going to put me to the guest house today. Then I'm going to put me to the guest house. Like, I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go. I want to come here to talk, say, I have nowhere to go. I want to come here to talk, say, I want to have nowhere to go. I'm going to put me to the guest house. I saw me a look now. I saw me a look. I saw me a look. The scam. The scam. The scam, that's all he can come and do when he wakes up in the morning coming alive. To come scam. He might talk about body good upon life from 6 o'clock a morning, I beg. A bad man in bad mind, body good. A true body good, I get gift and I get things and I now get it. Beg, you are beg too and a scam. When you come back at our what's your body good, take about 6 o'clock morning and I beg. He is a scammer.
Nikki, yes.
The lady informed to me that she gave Derek a drive. Informed to me that she gave Derek a drive in her car. Block this person for me. That she gave Derek a drove in her car.
I drove. I drive.
And never know name Derek Morgan. Derek one front the man will stop downtown every day at the shit house.
Mighty God of Daniel, no, I cannot believe. Listen, Let me see some of the comments here before these people are lying wicked.
There is a homosexual guy who's living in my scheme right now with the age of 19-year-old. A 19-year-old homosexual guy is living in my scheme. And that homosexual guy living in my scheme rents a house, a 2-bedroom house. And that homosexual guy, you know where I do? They are living in work with a garbage company. He works with a garbage company. Derek Morgan is the worthless homosexual ever. The time when he takes to be standing at the bathroom door, he could be there. He could be there selling something, all the money. Jada Kingdom give him 1,500 US. Where is that money?
So when I hear the amount now, a lot of people are asking how much money did she give him for using his voice in her music video. 1,500 US dollars was given to Derek. Okay.
Where is that money? Block that person who said you sound like uncle. Block that person. To stay on the bathroom door each and every day. He could be there selling something. Block this person who said go away. You see them? People love to see people worthless like them. We want Derek to uplift himself. We don't want Derek to be a worthless faggot. And these persons are coming, talking about leave him alone because they're worthless. Hospital. Derek Morgan's mother has a stroke night before last night.
So him mother no dead, people. Get that in your head. So anytime when you hear that story come forth, you question it because him mother no dead.
Derek Morgan's mother has a stroke night before last night. And Derek let him post the picture. Wonderful.
Stacy, baby, yourself, you know. But it sound like the other Obia Bangarang one. Then the one of them not come from the same ocean, my love.
We'll have someone nice on his page. Derek Morgan's mother was they had to move her from a Notre Dame hospital to KPH hospital. So as we speak, Derek Morgan's mother is at the Kingston Public Hospital on her bed, suffering.
Jesus.
Suffering on her bed. We heard from Derek Morgan's sister yesterday when we were on the live, and we heard from Derek Morgan's brother while we were on the live. Derek Morgan's sister, June, or whosoever, inform us, because we're going to call nobody name over here, we're not giving people fame. A matter of fact, we are going to stop calling Derek Morgan's name and say the Frownsy man. The Frownsy man sister came on the live yesterday. And the Frownsy man sister informed us that the Frownsy man has never come down to St. Mary and give his mother anything. Never give the mother anything. The sister informed us that the Frownsy man can get a land down in St. Thomas, down in St. Mary, There are lands down there in St. Mary that Derek Morgan can get a piece of land down there. He doesn't want the land because he has to stay in Kingston to watch Andrew. The poor house.
Wanna hear that? He got a food for the house. Remember, one of the biggest things is him soliciting funds for the, because he is in a so-called, me call it a workhouse, right? Me call it workhouse, as in a different kind of work, right? And he goes around saying him homeless and him can't stay there, and appear dugu in my ear in the background and comfortable. Yet he got a house from the poor. Listening up.
Derek Morgan got a food for the poor house by telling of the wicked deeds of the man. And when he got the food for the poor house, Derek Morgan sold the house. He sold the house. Derek Morgan had a house already. Derek Morgan gets house already. Derek Morgan gets house already. Derek Morgan gets house already. Derek Morgan already for house. And he sold the house. Oh, St. Peaches? Me I tell you. Derek Morgan already got a house. Me I show you the scamming. I tell you now, I show you the scamming activities. When him come here a ball, but him want house and him want somewhere to live. He already got a food for the house down in St. Mary. He already got a food for the poor house down in St. Mary. And he sold the house. He sold the house because he can come on TikTok and he can beg and he can manipulate you guys. He can manipulate you guys.
Now listen to that, listen to that situation. So when people come down on the government, and it was even said in Planker Shop, really, that, we've got people like Derek who are out on the streets, who the government, that we're not providing for them, we're not giving them safety, blah, blah, blah. The man got an entire house from a charity. An entire house. He sold that, okay? Because one, he wanted to come and be in Kingston so he could watch the young man that he's with. And apparently Andrew is quite young. I don't know his age. And then I just know that he's young. And then he is aware of the fact that he can use TikTok as a platform to continue to beg in order to live. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I think that it is time we really start to reflect on what we're doing with our money, okay? Now, I don't have a problem helping somebody in crisis, but it sounds to me that this particular recipient has had many opportunities where he has had access to help, to financial support, and he's done very little with that.
Right?
Stacey, you can.
If you believe Derek God, thank you, all those who believe Derek are gullible. But we have some gullible fools here. But they come to this class and I'm teaching you guys And if you can't learn and don't want to comment foolishness, we're going to mute for now and put at the back of the class. If you come here and want to type, we now wear a wig to the car, we come on a mission. So he sold the food for the poorhouse. And then he comes into Kingston and he bank the money. What do you think, say Derek broke? What do you think, say Derek, the no money? I'm asking that question. What do you think, say Derek, the have no money? Derek have money. Derek have money. Derek has been scamming from Facebook.
Listen.
Facebook days. Tell me if someone like this that have money. From Facebook days to Instagram days. Instagram him get millions from Instagram. I know he removed from Instagram and he's now on TikTok. Scamming from Facebook days in homeless. So long Derek say homeless. Now tell me now, on a smart note and on a genuine note, somebody like that wants somewhere to live? Somebody like that wants somewhere to live? Nicki Minaj gave Derek so many thousands of dollars. Nicki Minaj sent Derek gifts. Nicki Minaj sent Derek money. Nicki Minaj sent Derek gifts. Nicki Minaj sent Derek.
You're gonna find out.
Derek Morgan's mother has a stroke night before last night. Wonderful. They had to move her from a Nottoway hospital to KPH hospital. So as we speak, Derek Morgan's mother is at the Kingston Public Hospital on her bed, suffering.
Is this a joke? Hold on.
Suffering.
I don't know if I repeat that.
The wicked deeds of the man.
Let me go. I think I
Nicki Minaj sent Derek money.
Sorry guys, it jumped backward.
Nicki Minaj sent Derek gifts. Nicki Minaj sent Derek money. Where is all those money? He has been scamming from Facebook. Let us be smart, people. Let us be smart. Let us be smart. From Facebook days, coming down to Instagram days, and on Instagram, he got millions and shillions of dollars, a lot of money.
Millions
he got.
and shillions.
I remember, say, from Instagram days, him same homeless. From Facebook days, him same homeless.
Yep.
Him homeless from Facebook days, him go on Instagram, him same homeless, him a beg from Instagram until he met Miss Blinger on Instagram. He met Miss Blinger on Instagram. Miss Blinger started to help him. Miss Blinger, why do you think Miss Blinger stopped helping? Why do you think Miss Blinger stopped helping? Because Miss Blinger asked him for the proof. Because he said he was going to take money to go somewhere and rent a room.
Listen to that scammer now.
He was supposed to go and rent a house with the money he got from Instagram. And Miss Blinger, my showing how ungrateful the person is. Listen, Miss Blinger, just turn to Derek. I said, Derek, where is the money we send you to go and rent the house? Oh my God, the money! And then go on, pa Miss Blinger. On IG days per guys, wake up, wake up, wake up. We're edifying you guys. I am edifying you guys. We don't give a darn. We don't know what kind of video Derek want post. We don't know what kind of picture Derek want post. He does these things because when you're speaking the truth about him, him go post video and go post picture. We don't give a darn. When people talking the truth, him go post video and him go post picture.
And at the truth, him talking to people because while he was doing this live, he came back on because Derek first went on his live and start cuss, and then they mute him. And then he went and took to his page and went on his live. And all he could do is cuss him. He could not negate any of the things that were being said. He did not deny anything. Him just call him all kind of name.
Because Miss Blinger asked the ungrateful, dirty Fonzie man, because Miss Blinger already knew he was sick. That Miss Blinger knows him sick. And she tried her best to help him. She tried her best to help him. Right? And she helped him by getting a lot of money and give to him. And tell him, Derek, go and find somewhere to rent. Come must be like that foreign, you know. When she get all the millions, she said, come get Derek, you know, and tell Derek go find somewhere and rent. Derek never go rent no place at all. Derek take the money and bank it. Derek take the money and give it to Andrew. Derek take the money and go look for the little boy them that got town at the school gate and down a mall. The little boy they were coming up down a mall and swim, and you can't see them front. When them pants front get wet up, them woulda show, and Derek go down there a pre for the little boy them to give them $1,000 and $500.
Bangarang! Uno hear what the man say? Now, it is one thing to say that we are going to be giving charity to these recipients when they present themselves out of sympathy for justified reasons. So, first of all, when he came to Planka Shop, it was about the fact that he is constantly being attacked because of his orientation, right? That everywhere they go, they're fighting him because of his orientation. He has given an example of somebody of such orientation who has rented a 2-bedroom property in his scheme and works in order to maintain himself at 19. And to think that he's doing that at 19 suggests that that young man who should have been at home has been out on the streets. Okay? But apart from that, so he's using his orientation as an excuse. But really what we are hearing is that this man has had lots of help come his way, but he's using his help to be a predator, allegedly. Now, if this is the case, and this is something that is investigatable, right? That this is what he does. The public needs to be aware that you are not only financing somebody who is a miscreant, who is a deliberate beggar, but you could be financing somebody who is using his money in order to groom. That's a serious allegation. A serious allegation indeed, and would certainly make me think twice when it comes to charity donations to him.
Derek Morgan take all the money and go down a waterfront, go look for the boy them and give them $500 and $1,000 when them come out of the water and them front a show you like a picnic them.
Jeez.
And take the money go get Andrew. So he doesn't want anywhere to live from all those years ago. And because Miss Blinger came out and speak out about it, Derek Morgan went to the Obia man to work witchcraft on Miss Blinger. Because Miss Blinger came out and speak from 2016, you know, somebody say 2016, because Miss Blinger came out and was speaking about the money she gave to Derek to go and rent somewhere. What do you mean I did your friend? When your friend does something wrong, you don't correct them. When your friend doing something wrong, you don't correct them. Moderators don't mute. Batty man are sitting and batty boy, no matter now that I'm not mute. When you have your friend, you don't correct them. You don't correct your friends. You don't correct your friends, honey, who asks on your friend. You don't have to learn to correct persons. You have to learn to correct your friend. The best friend you can have is a friend that can look on you and tell you the truth in your eyes. The best friend you can have, believe it or not, is the friend that can look on you and say you the truth and tell us, say, I didn't look bad, you know, look good. Or say, Tatiana, you know, say that dress and look good. You know, something that like that dress of Tatiana. How the conversation can dirt on a monkey, you know? You come down and I'm your friend. I'm correcting my friend. Blinger, because she was asking about the money. And then, because Destiny came out talking about it, and said, no man, because Destiny, you're not idiot, you know. One thing with Destiny, she's not idiot. And Destiny saw what was going on. And she spoke about it. And because Destiny came out and speak about it, in go figure work Obia. Hey! Glory be to Jesus, man. In go, my mother-in-law. Hi, honey. Bodygood, because him and Bodygood were also friends, Bench and Batty. He broke off with Bodygood. And when he broke off with Bodygood, and Bodygood began to speak out against him, he took Bodygood's name down to the Obia man in Linstead. He took Bodygood name to the Obia man in Linstead.
Yes,
The Obia man came on the live the other day, and the Obia man told us that Derek took Bodygood name down to the Obia man, and that Derek owed him $50,000. These informations are going out. Make sure not record them, and make sure not record, you know. Make sure that record, you know.
Yes, Auntie, we are record.
Make sure that record. The Obia man came back and said that, body good, make sure that you come and look for me down Linstead right away because Derek have your name down here. But I will not touch the work. I will not touch the work. Right? Until Derek comes back with my $50,000. So Derek Morgan owes the Obia man in Linstead $50,000. The Obia man said he's at the train line. When you come over the train line in Linstead, I'm not sure where is that. But the Obia man said when you come over the train line in Linstead, that is where he is. I don't understand how Derek Morgan come and a bright of himself talk about say me and him are the same thing. Moderators, please unblock Derek Morgan. I was on the live when the Obia man came on the live. And the Obia man said to me, man, I go come and go. Man, I go come and go. And why did the Obia man say that? Because me no mind, man. Me nah go Obia man go tie man pa me. Me nah go beg boy to stay with me. When boy I leave, me nah go play. And I ball over man. Me no ball over man. I get rid of man and block them immediately because a next man is on its way. I saw me deal with man. Me now go sit down and take the whole of TikTok money and say me I go give man 50,000, 500,000 or $2,000. I am not going to do it. So I am not like you, Derek. I am not like you, you're looking company. The dirty fly them.
Yes. So he went on to basically talk about the fact that, do you remember when he went to Planker Shop and he got a Christmas bag with food and so on? I do have another video, but honestly, I'm just going to sum it up. But he basically said that he took all of those food products that he got from 99 Mountain View and he took it and he gave it to his boyfriend, Andrew. He never took it for himself. Now, okay, fine. He clearly is trying to hold on to this person. I don't really think that's much of a big deal. But what I think is a big deal is the fact that he is soliciting funds or using funds from charitable donations for the purpose of committing crimes, because those are crimes against humanity. Predatory behavior is something that needs to be reported. Now, I don't understand how it is that these people are aware of such behaviors and they're not bringing this to the police, and that he's allowed to carry on doing that without any kind of consequence. Now, it's really important that the public are aware of the kind of person that he is. And even if it's not true, take things with a grain of salt, because somehow I have heard these stories before from different people, not just from this particular character. These stories I've heard before. You know what I'm saying in Jamaica, if I'm not so and near so, right? So do not allow yourselves to be manipulated and to turn into enablers for people who beg for personal gain, who do not need to be begging, that they have turned begging into an income that has earned them millions. Have we not heard this before? Are we not hearing such a story now? People seem to think that this is about a criminal activity or a scamming alert. It is a scam to an extent, but it's a scam that has gone unchecked, because really and truly, if human beings are soliciting funds, be it through catfishing or doing some pretentious story to get your pockets emptied, they are no longer a burden of the state. So if they become a burden of somewhere else, the government is turning a blind eye. Now, I did present to my platform before Christmas the whole article that came out about the fact that the charities will need to register, and they will need to register fairly soon as the government starts to place their systems in line with the international money laundering legislations that exist. It is going to be an overhaul for all charities, be it registered or unregistered, and that there are certain things that will have to happen in terms of policy and practice. And that includes verifying not only your donors, but ensuring that you have done the efficient checks of the people that you are donating to make sure that you are not financing what could end up being terrorist activity. And do not think that terrorism is only about, people going around and, with explosives. It's also about targeting vulnerable individuals. So at the end of the day, recipients like this, who go from platform to platform on social media, targeting the public, are also a part of a bigger form of scamming. They tell you sad stories, they twist and manipulate you, and they get you to donate. And don't think that uncle is the only one that's doing it. I sit and I observe some of the cases that are the forefront of these charity cases. They find, and I'm going to break down what I notice. They find these personalities that are so endearing that you can't help but want to watch to see their development and their growth. They have a sad story. They are in need, yes, but their personalities are charismatic and endearing. And that personality means that you are drawn to them. Every single one of the platforms do it. I observed one particular charity, and this is a registered one, who has two particular individuals who seems to be deviants when it comes to their intimate relationship. And they capitalize on that storyline constantly. People constantly watch and keep coming back for more and more about these two. Right? And when you keep coming back for more and more, then you get drawn in to emptying your pockets for one reason or another. It is a tactic. Because the individuals that they're using, they are more or less not necessarily in need anymore because you've already assisted, but they are personalities that you just want to watch, their entertainment value. And yet, I observe these people entertaining you through their platforms, and these platforms are monetized. And the monetization increases whenever these particular characters are used. And I don't believe that whatever it is that the entertainment is earning that platform goes straight to them. Isn't that a form of exploiting? Isn't that a form of exploiting? I also heard that particular platform holder, that charity, that registered charity owner, informing one of them that because his wife was choosing not to bed with him, that he should take it by force. Listen, when I was alerted to it and I listened, I was more than disgusted. These are two vulnerable people. And when I say vulnerable, I mean that they're mentally, them not two all together there. Them a husband and wife. Husband a complain, say wife now give him nothing. You're going to go and tell that man that if the wife isn't doing it, then him to take it by force. And you're supposed to be educated. You're supposed to be acting in guardianship capacity for somebody who is vulnerable, on your charitable program. And you are implying that this person should go and commit a crime, because it is a crime if taken by force. If it's a crime in the UK, it's a crime in Jamaica. Don't forget, the Jamaican law is based on ours. So when I hear things like that, and I say to myself, what do you really mean by using these people on your platforms? At what point is it going to become a thing that charity cases have an expiration date? That there should be a limit to how much it is that is given to a charity case? That charity cases should not have patron characters that are used to pull on the heartstrings of the audience, unless they're being financially compensated and it's an agreement. This is also a form of exploitation. I'm telling you, it is on so many different levels. You guys are looking at one-dimensional things, how much money somebody's making on the side while doing charity. But you're not looking at the bigger picture. People could say that where 33 times 3 is concerned, the character that was that person was Miss Ritchie. May she rest in peace. Okay? They can say that. And I don't think that would necessarily be a lie. But the difference between that charity and others is that the transparency is proven. Several other charities, they show parts of their earnings, but they don't show the all. Likewise, it should become a thing where you do not facilitate these individuals on a public platform for capital gain. That should the camera come on these characters, it's either you switch off the monetization, or that the monetization that's earned while having them in your camera and your earning should go directly to that person. There are many charity owners out there who are not doing the right thing, not doing the ethical thing. It's one thing to have your business running alongside it. It's another thing when it crosses over and the boundaries become blurred, and it becomes very difficult to separate what is supposed to be your own personal, professional earnings from donations. Let me take a look at some of the comments before I carry on. Based on what I've seen, once a Jamaican like you, it hard to turn their mind against you. Mind sharp, them turn on you. People like him and they're still going to support him. Stacey, I'm assuming that that's directed at Auntie and not at myself, because I personally couldn't care less. It's I'm not here to be like, big up yourself, chocolate and vanilla, happy Sunday. It's really about being aware of the conversations that are being had by the public. Yes, teacher, I felt disgusted as well. Okay, so you heard that comment by that platform holder. I think some of them really don't know better and just say things for entertainment, no serious thought behind it. Well, that's not sensible, particularly if you are a registered charity. I like your reasoning, HTK, pertaining to the charities have to register, and the serial begging they do to enable people to donate. Yes, we all have a part to play in it, people. What I'm trying to say is that there is no one person that can be blamed for this. Everybody's trying to pin this on one particular lady. And I don't think that's right either, because at the end of the day, she's not the first person to have been doing charity online. She isn't. What I would say is that she is the largest. And the reason why she is the largest is because she has done things differently. She has presented you with what a transparency model looks like, at least the best of them. Okay. I wouldn't say it is the perfect transparency model, because there are others that are even more refined than what she does. But I'm saying that it is the best, given the fact that it takes place on a social media platform. Okay? Now, with the legislation changing and the fact that the government has to get everything that has to do with money in line with the anti-money laundering legislations that are existing internationally, and we have got to mainstream our country with the rest of the first world countries that we're interacting with economically, there are things that are going to change quite rapidly when it comes to charities and the way things are done. There will be no more sending people to collect donations. That's going to have to stop. Charities will have to have a bank account. There will have to be payments going into such bank accounts. So all this collection via Zelle, Cash App, all of that will have to stop. Because unless those facilities enable such things to take place alongside a business account and are relevant to the country, meaning linked to the country's taxation systems, it will not be considered legal. There will also be no sending money to organizations in order to facilitate charity. It's not going to happen anymore. It's going to stop. Mark it on the wall. So while we had a lovely ride, things are going to change between 2024 and 2025. And I think that it's more important that we're aware of the changes so that people can be prepared to mainstream their activities in line with the upcoming changes in the Charity Act. The Charity Act itself is going to be overhauled because right now, the Charity Act does not cover enough detail about unregistered charities. It's a gray area, which is why so many of them are able to pop up. But likewise, there also will be auditing systems in place to ensure that recipients like Uncle, if they are receiving help here, there, and everywhere, it will have to be declared. And checks will also have to be done in terms of, say, for example, if it is that he has not declared that he received money from Food for the Poor, for housing, and then he comes to you for money for housing, and it's discovered, then it becomes an arrestable offense for Uncle. So responsibilities are not just going to go in terms of charities, but also in terms of recipients and anyone who comes to spin stories and be dishonest in order to defraud the public of their hard-earned money. It also has to be shown that there are due checks and balances done when it comes to donations given. For those of you who want to know what the article is about, it's on my page. It's been there from before Christmas, where the Gleaner brought it out, that listen, things are going to change. They will have to be checking the sources of the donations to ensure that the sources are legitimate. So you can't just be there hustling on the side, now pay Uncle Sam your money, your tax, and I send your money, go get 33 times 3, and evading taxes as well. You understand? You'll have to show that you are working. Somehow there will have to be checks and balances. Because this is about making sure that 1, you're not financing something illegal. 2, you are not evading taxes where you're coming from. And washing your money. Because you need to get rid of the cash. Cashless society coming to Jamaica, whether they like it or not, you better believe it. Too much scamming people out of hard-earned money. The USA is clamping down on dollars money laundering in Jamaica. Absolutely. So all I can say is that it's a much bigger thing that's happening. And people like this, people like Uncle, will really have to stop, because this is the kind of thing that will make people vulnerable and will also facilitate certain monies going to recipients that are not coming from good places. So don't think that once the government has gone to charities and unregistered charities, they're going to stop there. Right? Because even as we speak, remember, TikTok nearly gets shut down, Don't think so that's stopping. Now there's still a lot going on there, because one, they try to combat it from the whole information sharing thing, and the fact that the people them that own TikTok, they're based in you know, in what you call it, the communist countries, which goes against the whole policies and philosophies of America. Them couldn't manage to shut it down that way. So they're still working, because they feel that these platforms enable people to earn too much without paying taxes. So it is only a matter of time. That's right, China. It's only a matter of time that they're going to start to pay attention to these platforms in terms of how people use them for fraudulent activities. Got to be careful. But I strongly encourage anyone out there who has a charity, be it registered or unregistered, that you really start to pay attention to your processes. Because what you thought you could do in a relaxed way is now going to not be allowed. All those charity owners that are busy taking donations and showing no receipts. Soon you're going to be audited, just like a registered charity. But because the horse done gone through the gate already, you're going to be given a period of grace. We all know this is how it works. They're not going to just start doing this today, and then as of today, if you haven't got your receipts for the past 3 months, they're shutting you down. They're going to give you a period of grace to get your acting together, because the legislation has changed and they realized they hadn't actually been informing you on what the correct procedures were. So in the meantime, do the smart thing and start to line up your books. Now, if it is that charities are being run and personal businesses are running alongside charities, that is also going to be a problem. Because remember, a huge part of the Charity Act is that there should be no capital gain for personal profit running alongside the charity. That no individual should be seen as deeming profit, gaining profit from working through the charity. So if it is that you have a charity and your audience is a charity audience, and then in that audience, you suddenly decide to start selling goods, and the audience that was there for charity is now supporting your business, that is going to be considered a conflict of interest. So even though it's not being earned straight from the charity, running it alongside on the same platform will be considered a problem. Separating your endorsements, separating your interests is the smart thing to do. So if you have a platform where you do your charity, if it's not charity related, you don't turn up on there when you're talking about your business. You go to a completely different platform when you're ready to talk about your business. You haven't got any control over how audiences meander on social media, so you may be able to get away with that. But if you're showing that, listen, I'm keeping this separate and apart, and I never mention one on the other, then that works. But a lot will change going forward for everybody. Okay, no matter how transparent, how much we, love the person that's doing the charity, how much we think this person is honest, it's neither here nor there, guys. When it comes to policy and legislations, those things are black and white, and feelings do not enter into it at all, right? So, if it is that you are running a platform and your platform is straight profit, straight capitalism, you can beg whatever you want to beg, right? You can earn whatever you want to earn, sell what you want to sell. There would be no issues there other than, you know, sorting out your taxes, right? But in terms of charity, yeah, things are going to become very, very clear where that is concerned. It's best you just straight up say, you know what, I'm in it for the money, than try to defraud people of their hard-earned money in the name of charity. Anyway, I hope you've learned something in class today. That was a long one. I didn't plan to stay longer than 45 minutes. I've ended up staying an hour. Let's take a look at some of the comments before I go. Please make sure that you like up the live before exiting. The regulations are well needed, but the downside is that the less people will get basic immediate help because only about 5% of registered charity funds go to recipients after paying all overheads. Correct, you know your English grammar, and that's kind of what they want. But in a way, it puts added pressure on the government in order to meet the needs of the people. So it will swing in another direction. Right now, I believe our government is being quite lax and being very relaxed on the legislation because it removes headache for them. They can then use or misuse rather our money however they see fit, without having to take on board all of the needs of the people, because charities are out there doing the work that they should be doing. Right? That's why Nigel Clark had to make changes to certain payment systems and get the system up to par, and USA government was going to shut down all transactions with Jamaica and Jamaica in the red. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, there are a lot of things with our financial system that's not okay. I do believe that we are improving, but the government wants it all in the green by a particular time. And by wanting that desperately to ensure that they can carry on getting things like financial loans and, you know, investments and stuff from foreign bodies, they're going to be moving pretty fast on things like charities, because that they are noticing is going to be one of the biggest sources of remittances that's coming into the country these days. And 33 times 3's charity would have certainly brought that right up in terms of percentage. Remember, she has collected some of the greatest amounts of remittances into the country. It will have an impact on policy. Okay. All right, guys, have yourselves a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your week. And yes, once again, I apologize for starting a little bit late, but at least I'm here and I've got the show done. So big up and a nice clean self. Make sure and like up the live on your way out. All right, this is your girl, Head Teacher K. Bye-bye.